a strong emphasis on the benefits. Benefits answer the question, so what? For example, how to form your own corporation, so what? Without a lawyer for under $75. You see the difference? You see that one is how to form your own corporation, so what? What's the big deal about that? But without a lawyer for under $75, that gives you the so what, the answer. This is how your benefits have to be. And I'm going to show you exactly how I do the benefit. To prepare great headlines and copy and sell your product, you must first identify benefits and features. Features and benefits. And what are features? Features are descriptive facts about your product which help build credibility. For example, this massive book weighs 7 pounds. It has 800 pages in it, and it has 175 illustrations by the best graphic artists in the United Kingdom. Those are features. Arguably, some of them are on the border between features and benefits, but they're features. It gives you the feeling when you're reading that copy that that publisher knows what they're doing. Builds credibility, doesn't it? But why do people buy the book? Because it has 175, because of it? No. They buy the book because of what they're going to get out of it, what benefits they're going to get out of it that answer the so what question. Now, the best way to capture benefits, let's use a book as an example, but it can be any product. Who's got a book? Any book? Thank you. Book called Inspiration. What I do is when I sit down, whether I've written the book or some other author has written the book, here's my process. I study the product, and I have 3x5 cards. Page 1, I put one benefit. Using these headline words, 17 words or less if possible, and I'm writing down benefits on page 1. Maybe on page 1 I have one benefit. Page 2, no benefits. Page 3, 3 benefits. Page 4, 1 benefit. Page 5, 2 benefits. You got it? This is how at the end of the book, I may have 100, 150, depends on the thickness of the book. This is quite a thin book, but I would have a large number of benefits when I go through that process. And those 3x5 cards give me two things. One, a very good chance that among those benefits, I'll find the headline concept. The headline concept. I'm going to show you the cancer book, How to Fight Cancer and Win. It was a failed book that I turned into a national bestseller by the sales letter that I wrote. And where did I find the headline? On page 126 or so. And the headline is, How 2 Natural Foods Can Help You Prevent and Even Cure Cancer. Would that get your attention or not? And then the subheadline is something like, 7-time Nobel Prize winning doctor, to build credibility, right? Remember, credibility is the big hurdle we all have. 7-time Nobel Prize winning doctor, her name is Dr. Joanna Budwig, is the one that discovered the power of these two foods, she's a well-known doctor in Germany, was not well-known in the US, but now she's a lot better known because millions and millions of these sales letters have gone out. And the publisher now is retired. That's, by the way, occupational hazard for me. I write sales letters for people and they retire. They don't always retire because, listen, don't let anybody kid you. No copywriter, including me, is 100% bats 1,000. Impossible. Don't let anybody kid you that everything that I've ever written is 100% successful. I have a huge, big batting average. Now, my friend Joe Sugarman, who's reputed to be one of the top 5 copywriters in America the last 50 years, he's happy if 1 out of 10 of his sales letters or ads or emails is successful, because he makes a fortune on the 10th one that is successful. See what I mean? He tests small and rolls out big, like I do. But my average is, I'm happy to say, is about 4 out of 10. That means 6 out of 10 is not successful, so I just go next. I change the headline. In other words, if you think you're going to come to a seminar do your first headline and do your first deal and be successful for the rest of your life, that's not a good way to look at it. Just look, if it doesn't work the first time, you say next and write another ad. Follow me? And if you hire a copywriter, expect that some of them are going to work and some of them are not going to work. That's how the world is. The best copywriters in the world do not bat 1,000. It wouldn't be any fun if you did. I would hate to bat 1,000. God, life would be so incredibly boring, and I'm telling you, it's not boring for me. But I mean, it's nice to work on your skills and just get better and better. Now, sometimes I've had people come to my seminar, they write one headline, and their sales go through the roof, and they make a fortune, but it's not something you want to count on happening. Because I don't like you to be disappointed. I'd rather you be more realistic about the process. Thank you for the book. That's how I do it with a book. I do the same thing if I'm going to market a table, TV stand, overhead projector, that boom thing, whatever you call it, the camera thing, because what I do is I study the product from the buyer's point of view. If I were going to market this by direct mail, first of all, I would do two things. So first thing I would do is find out who buys this kind of a product, probably film production companies, professional seminar companies, and others, and I would create a prospect list. You have to have a list of people to sell this to, do you not? So I would create a list, and I would then have something on the internet about attracting people to this kind of a product, perhaps with a free report, to help more people become interested in just getting information free about the product. Then I would write my sales letter or ad, probably a sales letter, probably an email if I were doing it on the internet, and to see if I could, and then I would write about the benefits of the product. Would be something like how mobile it is, and how the quality of the photographs, how a person with all respect, maybe without a great deal of experience, without having 47 years of experience, that a person could be trained on it perhaps, I don't know, in 30 days or in 2 weeks, that a person with reasonable training could learn how to use it, and how I would then look at the output of the product and look at the quality of the finished film and what that's like, and how you can zero in on a person's face and the audience and all those beautiful things, and how you're not lifting it. I mean, you don't have to be a bodybuilder in order to use it, and all those cool things, and how you can roll it around on those rubber tires, and how the ball bearings, and it's cool, and it's soft and quiet, and all the things that I would study and make a list of all those things. That would be in my copy. So that when you read my letter, my God, you at least want a demonstration of it, right? Free demonstration. No obligation at all. Money back guarantee. Try it in your studio for 2 months at our risk, not yours, and see if it doesn't change the way that you do filming. You see, this is how you've got to excite people, and I'm big on guarantees. Always guarantee your product. Whatever you're selling, guarantee it, because your sales will go up. Guarantee what you're selling. Unconditional guarantee. If you don't like it, return it within 30 days. We don't want your money unless you're 100% thrilled with the product. Is that cool? So if you had any interest in this kind of a product, that would be the kind of copy that would entice you to come in and try it. And that's how I go about it. And a lot of times, I'll tell you more about the way I approach two-step programs. Okay. Now, the obvious benefits. Now we're going to get to a real juicy part. This is going to blow you away. The real key to the wealth of most people who are wealthy marketers is to find the obvious benefits. But here's the problem with obvious benefits. They're not obvious until you identify them. When I go in and study a company and I look at their products and they ask me to do what I call a needs analysis. I look at what they're doing and I look at their products and I find out that the thing that's most obvious to me about their product, they're not using in their marketing at all. So I write a headline and they say, Ted, you walk on water, that's brilliant. And it's not that I walk on water. Sometimes when you're so close to the product, it's hard for you to identify. Why didn't we think of that? Because it's so obvious once you identify it. That's what an obvious benefit. how an obvious benefit can come across. So the obvious benefits can be your key to wealth. And the obvious benefit are the very biggest benefit that the consumer gets from that product. That's good copy when you can do that, when you learn how to do that. And you'll do it with practice. But I've developed a technique which can even be more powerful than the obvious benefit technique, and I call it the hidden benefit. See, every product has obvious benefits, and every product has hidden benefits. And I'm going to show you some examples of the hidden benefit. And a hidden benefit can even be more powerful than an obvious benefit. And I'll show you how I get the hidden benefit. The hidden benefit technique